Hey guys, Mark again here with the big yellow bus. Today we're going to be installing a MAXXFAN Deluxe. We went the MAXXFAN Deluxe with the smoke lid just to allow a bit of light through into the bus, and it comes with a nice cool remote which you can put next to the bed and boop, and then open it up in the morning if you want to get a bit of the morning, condensation out of the bus. Now to install it, it's pretty simple. You're going to need some, first off, because the roof of the coaster is quite thin, it's highly recommended to use a wooden frame, which I'm going to do once we cut the hole out. I'm going to make a, I think 42 by 42 wooden frame around the edge, which you can screw this cool thing into. Now, because the coaster bus roof isn't flat, you're going to need to build up with butyl tape, which is this stuff. You can get it from Bunnings and I'm sure other places, which will just go under. You'll see that as I do it. There is no template that comes with the MAXXFAN, but they do give you a nice piece of flat cardboard. So I'm just going to trace this thing out on this and hopefully that'll work. Now with sealing the MAXXFAN, read the manual. It actually is very specific in page, whatever this page is, about what sealants to use. But you cannot use a xylene based product, so Sikaflex out, sadly. Got a bit of suggestions to use Marine Cellies Flex, which allows similar properties to this. It'll allow it to flex, move with the bus, and it won't crack or UV damage over time. This is the white one, so it should match this and the white roof quite well. To cut the hole, you're going to need a reciprocating saw, preferably one with a battery, but this is what I've got, so we deal with what we deal with, and a drill to pre-drill the holes and do all the stuff down here. That's pretty much all the stuff you need to get it fitted. I've got to stop talking and probably get this thing on there. Let's do it.
You will like to explain?
You know me. I love. If you've been watching so far, you know I love to make things difficult for myself. When I ordered the MAXXFAN, which I ordered 4 months ago, it's been sitting there for ages. I ordered the wrong size MAXXFAN. So they come in 355 by 355, which is this hole here, and they come in a 400 by 400. Which you'll see is the little extra ridges. So when I went to fit this on the bus, I'm sitting there going, hang on, the videos I'd seen theirs was flat and it fit between the rails on the bus, like there's the bumps that fit in there perfectly. I'm sitting there going, this one sits on top of the rails and it just looks weird, it doesn't fit. I bought the wrong one. So the fans are actually the same. That doesn't change. The lid, that all the same. The only difference is this flange. Long story short, what I've been doing is using the old renovation tool. Little cuts in here. So if you ever have this problem, this might help you. Little cuts just in here, all the way along, and then little cuts along the top here. And then you cut here, and a cut here, and then just run it along. I'll show you little clippets along. And then you end up with it looking like this, which I'll run some sandpaper over to get rid of this. Now on the sides with these little grommets here, that's the side of it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring this in a couple of rows, probably take 2 or 3 of them off, just to bring it back to the size that it should be for the flange to fit between the rails on the bus. It's going to be the same size as the bracket I should have bought anyway, so it's not going to be any weaker or anything like that. The standard bracket's not meant to be this thick.
Smile, it's done.
Hey guys, as you saw in the little clip there, the montage, I have adjusted the bracket back to where it should be for a 355 by 355. Now anyone that thinks I've weakened it, there was a little beam running across here with little slots all the way along. All I've done was take 30mm off it, and it still has the same 30mm with the screw holes. As you can see, they're right on the edge. So it's got the same amount of meat. If anything, this is slightly stronger because it's got the little ridges still there. I have left the front and the back because I don't need to trust them. But always when you're using one of those renovator tools, cut with the bad side up, because have a look. Nice and smooth still on top. Looking good.
Nice.
Now to get this back on top of the bus.
Take 3.
Template's been done. I've cut a template out of cardboard for the 355 by 355 hole. I've transferred that to the roof, then I've used a ruler and a set square, and I have measured like 50 times, probably more, and I ended up drawing my little lines around the blue tape there you can see. And Mr. Smiley is going to drop down there somewhere. And I'm going to show you a cool trick I saw off a YouTuber. I'll have to find their name. In America, doing their van build, about catching all the sparks.
Come and have a look at it.
Alright, after a brief interlude of rescuing a bird that flew into that window right there, so it's now at the vet, seems to be happy, it knocked itself out. Back to the bus. Let's cut a hole in the roof. So as you can see, I've got many things up here. I've got Mr. Smiley that's going to go away. I've got my new steel bits for the reciprocating saw, tape measure, MAXXFAN, vacuum cleaner for all the swarf that's going to go up here. Although with the amount of wind, I'm reckoning it's going to go that way. And obviously a drill as well. Earmuffs, it's going to be loud. Let's get into it. I know I've already drilled a whole bunch of holes in the roof, but this one's the scary one because it's a big hole. I can't really put it off anymore. Alright, let's do it. Oh. Hello? That's a hole.
Even the box was shocked it fell off.
Now I've got to trim these little tabbies off and put the frame up and then put a fan here.
Yay!
Can I have coffee?
You just had pie.
Please, coffee?
Okay, coffee.
Kitchen there.
Okay, doodles. Okay, so what are you two up to?
Alright, so this is my little brother Angus. He's come over the day to help out so we can lift all sorts of stuff onto the roof. We've just cut the hole. That's good fun. This is my little bracket that I've made. It's made of 42 by 42 DAR from Bunnings because I had it and it fits with this quite well. Now we've just got to test fit the MAXXFAN bracket to the wood, which fits perfectly after cutting the beam that goes through here. Now we've just got to glue, screw and everything else to fit the thing on. That's right.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Say hi, Angus.
Hi.
That's Angus, everyone.
That's what you get out of Angus, yeah. All right, let's finish this thing.
That's how you fix that. All right, next peel it off and put it up.
Peel it off, put it up, send it in.
Pray to the sun gods and off you go.
Front. Pulling it up, I guess. Let's push this up a bit, this corner.
Oh, I can't move it down, so
Oh, let's go up the front. We'll just do the corners and then work our way in. Fipper's up on the roof, almost. She's on a ladder, which is pretty rare for a Fipper.
I'm about halfway up said ladder.
Yeah, rare for a Fipper.
I'm not a fan of ladders. They look like, yeah, no, they won't see me, but that's a little blob of glub you get on the end of it, on the butyl tape.
Hey, if my feet pics were worth something, my God, people would have heaps of money, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Oh, well, here we come with your feet. Hey, people might pay for that. You never know these days.
Oh, they'd have to be very, very confused.
Okay, he's going to do exactly the same on the other side, so I'm going to come back when he's done that, and we're about to put things on top.
Alright, now for the moment of truth. That looks cool.
That does look pretty cool.
Start the screw pointing down, and then once it starts straightening up, it'll pull itself down and it'll pull the fan down onto the gasket. Do not use a impact, because these are very easy to righty-tighty, then all of a sudden righty-loosey. So, installed apart from wiring.
Yay!
And I get to do the best bit.
Oh,
The peel.
very nice.
Now, I'm not allowed to touch it because I'm covered in
Goop.
silicone.
Okay, one fan in.
So with the MAXXFAN here, we're going to be wiring it up now. Comes with these little wires. Very confusingly, black is positive, white is negative on the MAXXFAN. Don't get that wrong. Now, it is probably, I think there is only 2 whole devices in the whole bus that are 12 volts. Are very annoying, but it's what it is. Please make a 24 volt version. Like, why? Anyway, going to be wiring it in now. Now, I've seen a few videos of people, I'm going to tilt the camera out of my face now, but I've seen a few videos of people like connecting their fan in this area. Now, the problem is if you need to remove the fan, how do you unplug it? Because there's going to be sealing here and it's all screwed to this, and that's not going to work. So what I've done is I've pulled the little cover down to check the board, because they did have a problem with these fans with condensation getting on the board. It looks like mine's the updated model, so shouldn't have that issue. I might put a little dollop of silicone. There's a little hole just above the circuit board where it can drip in. I'm just going to put a dollop of silicone in there just to make sure there's nothing drops down into it. Connect the wires inside the fan, jam it up in there, and then seal it all up. Move on to the next thing. So that's the MAXXFAN all installed. I haven't done the trim piece yet. It's sitting over there. I don't have my electrical system yet. It's very, very expensive and large, so I haven't bought it yet. However, I want to see this thing spin. So let's do that. All right, there's the MAXXFAN up there. Then I've got this power cord going through down the floor to my little sort of whirly. And then over here we have a power converter. Can do anything from, I believe, 3 volts all the way up to 24 volts, 3 amps. So it's going to be perfect for this. All I've got to do is plug the wire that I've made. This one comes down from the MAXXFAN. It's upside down for you there. 12 volt MAXXFAN into this guy. If I plug him in to this guy, oh, it made a noise. The fan made a noise. So that's all done. 12.5 volts should be fine. All right, so there's the MAXXFAN up there. Remote's here. I've just popped a couple of batteries in it and some things have come up on the remote, so good start there. Going to hit the power button. Oh, It works! I mean, I shouldn't sound surprised, but it works! That's gold! We have a working MAXXFAN in the bus. I know I seem so excited, but a lot of building a bus, it's a little bit of drudgery at times. That is exciting, and I'm stoked. Guys, if you've liked the video, please give it a subscribe, give it a like, give me a comment. Say hi, give me a thumbs up, ask a question. I'm here to answer them. I'll see what I can do about answering as many as I can. Thank you guys for watching. Catch me in the next one. See you next time.